Yo, so what is up everybody on YouTube? We are back today with a brand new video, and for today's video we're doing something a little bit different than what we normally do. We will not be doing a normal singular career sim, but this time we will be doing a duo career sim of LeBron James and his son Bronny. So the whole concept of this, they will team up on the Cavaliers as rookie LeBron and rookie Bronny together. So they will be the same age and they will both be together. So I think it'll be pretty interesting to see how both of their careers play out. Playing alongside each other, Bronny will be at the point guard, and of course LeBron will be the small forward. And before we really hop into this, I would like to say real quick, if you guys enjoy these type of videos, these career sims, definitely make sure to sub to the channel. And if you guys think this was a good video, definitely leave your boy a like because it helps out the channel a ton. So in year one, here we go. Obviously, like I said, on the Cavs, make sure we put Bronny at that point guard. So Bronny's going to be starting off at a 78 overall, and rookie LeBron's at an 83 overall. I kind of want to see their badges as well, kind of see what we're working with all together. You see we still have Colin Sexton, Kevin Love, Andre Drummond, so not a terrible team around them. You know, it's not the worst supporting cast of all time, let's just say that. Make sure that LeBron has 0 years pro, because sometimes it glitches out and it doesn't count him as a rookie, even though it's from the rookie draft class, but whatever. But let's check out these badges and such. So LeBron James Jr., Bronny has a few finishing badges. He has 8 finishing badges, 4 shooting badges, 6 playmaking badges, and 1 defensive badge. And then, of course, LeBron has some. He has 4 finishing, 2 shooting, 5 playmaking, and 3 defensive badges. So in year one, Joel Embiid goes ahead and gets MVP of the regular season. And actually, Bronny gets a Rookie of the Year over LeBron. So that's kind of interesting to see. Looking at the all-rookie team, LeBron, Bronny, Ja Morant, Zion, and Brandon Clark rounding out all 5 of the players. And let's see if any of them actually made an All-NBA team, because it happens. As you can see, LeBron did not get Rookie of the Year, but he did make the All-NBA third team. And the Cavs, with these two, of course, are the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference already. So Bronny up to an 80 overall already, having a very good season, 19.3 points per game. And LeBron's already up to an 86 as well, averaging 18.9 points per game. So we'll see what happens. I think that this team has a chance to win a lot of championships, obviously, with the tandem of the two. It's a lot of athleticism, to say the very least. So first round, we got Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and the Toronto Raptors. So we are the 2 seed. They are the 7 seed. So in theory, we definitely should take this with ease. As you can see, we are up 3-1, 4-1. We knocked them out in 5. Bronny dropping a 36 bomb right there with 13 assists as well. And LeBron doing his thing as well, having a very good game. Second round, we're up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And this one is going to go to Game 7 because it's never an easy game against Giannis. And let's hop into Simcast, as always, and see what's going on. So we actually end up blowing them out in Game 7 right there, 121-88. Bronny dropping 29 once again. Giannis only putting up 17, so not enough firepower to get it done. Eastern Conference Finals here in year one, up against the Brooklyn Nets with a healthy Kevin Durant. Let's keep that in mind. They are going to push it to 7, and in 7, they take us out. Bron actually leading the team in scoring there, but KD drops 32, and a 31 piece as well from Kyrie Irving. And kind of an interesting finals to see in year one here. Thunder versus Nets. Not many people would have called this at all. Vegas would have loved this, but Thunder right there, as you can see, Chris Paul does get himself Finals MVP, and I feel like everybody has a lot of respect for Chris Paul, so I don't think anyone's heard about that one. So moving into year 2 of this sim in the year 2020, let's see how everyone progressed. LeBron already an 89 overall, Bronny already at an 82 overall. So this team's definitely starting to get some absolute firepower behind it. Andre Drummond, of course, still around. Kevin Love, Colin Sexton, all starting to kind of develop. Well, Colin Sexton's starting to develop. Kevin Love and Andre Drummond are definitely not still developing. Giannis Antetokounmpo right here, 27.6 points per game and almost 16 rebounds per game, so that's crazy. Number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference this year, 19.4 points per game for LeBron, 17.4 points per game for Bronny. So this team is... They're going to get some stuff done. I feel a championship coming very soon. Indiana Pacers, round 1. I don't think that they can play with us, as you can see. Boom, they do get knocked out. Clean swept 4-0. 34 points there from Bron. Second round, we got a matchup up against the Boston Celtics, and they always seem to be a tough team to come up against in the playoffs, as they sweep us 4-0. So that's tragic. Jason Tatum dropping a 25 bomb. Bronny 36 there, could not get it done. Eastern Conference Finals, doesn't really matter. Celtics end up beating the Warriors in the finals 4-0. Year 3, here we go. This is what it's looking like. Tristan Thompson's still hanging around. That's interesting. So Bronny, Colin Sexton, LeBron, Kevin Love, Andre Drummond, pretty much the same squad from last year. Giannis Antetokounmpo, yet again another MVP, but now with the San Antonio Spurs, which is kind of interesting. Can't really say I can imagine him playing there, but yeah, so we're the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. LeBron up to a 96 overall now, and Bronny up to a 91 overall already, which is insane. First round matchup up against the Orlando Magic, who actually have TJ McConnell starting at point guard. But I don't think this team can play with us either, as we do knock them out in 5, 4-1. Moving on to the second round, we have a matchup up against, yet again, a healthy Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. So 24 points there from Bron. Getting it done. Moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals up against this Toronto Raptors team. I do think that we will win this series. We are up 3-2, and we end up knocking them out in 6, 4-2. Norman Powell dropping 19 there. Actually, their highest scorer, surprisingly. 27 points there from Bronny. Oh, I forgot we even had Darius Garland, honestly. I feel like he lost a lot of playing time when Bronny came in. But San Antonio Spurs right here, obviously with Giannis in the finals. They're going to give us a little bit of a tough fight for sure. It's not going to be an easy one as we tie it up 2-2. We get a game 3-2, and is this going to end up going to 7? Let's check with Simcast and see if this bad boy is going to 7. Unfortunately, it is. We just got kind of destroyed there. But we hop into Simcast in game 7 here, and we find ourselves up by 12 points. 142-130, and clearly it's not the type of thing that you can make a comeback from so late in the game. Andre Drummond with a little putback action, we will take that, up 14. And Andre Drummond actually having a very great game, 20 points in this game 7. So, way to get it done, Andre Drummond. But Giannis trying to drive baseline a little bit of cheese, still can't get it done. Andre Drummond grabbing that rebound. And this is probably the last possession that is going to happen before we probably get the ball back and just hold it. But actually, LeBron gets cookied, and it is San Antonio Spurs ball. They don't even get a shot off. Shot clock was unplugged. And as you can see, already in this, Bronny and LeBron do win an NBA championship with the city of Cleveland. So that's absolutely insane. I'm definitely interested to see who actually ends up getting Finals MVP, if it's going to be LeBron or Bronny. And look at Kevin Love, man. That is just, I love these pictures at the end. You see Bronny chilling with the coach and all that. So let's look at the box score real quick. Maybe this will give us a little insight on who maybe got Finals MVP. It's going to be interesting. So Fred VanVleet was actually their highest scorer. Bronny dropped 21 and LeBron dropped 21. So that's not helping anyone. It turns out Bron actually does get Finals MVP right there in our first NBA championship year. Year 4 of the sim, we are in the year 2022. And this is what the squad's looking like. Bronny up to a 92. LeBron up to a 98. Pretty much the same team, honestly, all around. So as you can see, some of the accolades were already starting to build up. I didn't mean to click Colin Sexton. But some of these accolades were already starting to build up. Luka Doncic, MVP of the regular season. And we're the 2nd seed in the East behind the Boston Celtics. 25.3 points per game there for LeBron. And 19.1 there from Bronny. And of course, Bronny's getting it done a lot more on the playmaking side of things as well. So we have to keep that in mind. He's not just a scoring machine. So in the first round, we're up against a Nets team that it looks like they no longer have Kevin Durant. Whoops, my bad. They're actually just playing him at the power forward position. That was my mistake. But in the first round here, they are up 3-2. We bring it back 3-3, and it goes to Game 7, and we actually do pull out. Bron dropped 25 and 10 right there. Huge game for him as we move into the second round up against the Philadelphia 76ers. And unfortunately, the Sixers do rout us right there, even despite a big game from Andre Drummond. Moving right into year 5 of this, 95 overall LeBron, 89 overall Bronny. Yet again, same core, pretty much keeping the same guys, K-Love, Andre Drummond, Kevin Porter Jr., and Colin Sexton. 30 points per game and 15 rebounds per game for MVP Giannis. Bronny chilling on the All-NBA second team with LeBron, actually. Let's check out these standings as we finish the number 1 seed with 63 wins. 99 overall already for LeBron. That is insane. And what's Bronny chilling at? Bronny's at a 95. Wow. Very, very fast progression for the two of them. Both only about like 23, 24 years old right now. So that's insane. These are what the rotations are looking like. Yet again, pretty much around the same. We did add that guy, Marquise Bolden. I don't really know who that is, but we'll take it. First round, we got ourselves a matchup up against Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and the Miami Heat. And unfortunately, we get routed. 27 points there from Jimmy Butler. We got a finals up against the Philadelphia 76ers and the New Orleans Pelicans. So we're going to see what happens here, if Philly can end up routing them or if Zion gets his first MVP of the finals. Ben Simmons actually does not allow it to happen in Game 7. Coming up big, allowing Philly to get the chip. Moving into year 6 of this, 99 overall LeBron, 96 overall Bronny. Bronny and LeBron both at 24 years old, and the team is starting to change up a little, but still very similar. Yet again, another MVP season for Giannis. Who would have guessed, as he's still chilling with the Spurs. Number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference this year. 25.1 points per game for LeBron, 21.7 for Bronny, followed by Colin Sexton, of course, who has been getting better and better. Props to him, up to a 91 overall already. So, first round of the playoffs, we are up against the Milwaukee Bucks, who do not have Giannis Antetokounmpo, so we should be cool in all honesty. We're up 3-2, and we do knock them out in 6. Chris Middleton dropping 20 points there, trying to get it done without Giannis, but just not in the equation. Colin Sexton actually leading our team in scoring. Second round, we have a matchup up against this very strong young Knicks team of Cade Cunningham and Anthony Edwards. As they end up beating us in 5, surprisingly. Anthony Edwards dropping 24 and Cade Cunningham dropping 23. Finals, Nuggets versus the Wizards, and it's going to Game 7, and Jamal Murray gets Finals MVP. I don't know about that ever happening in real life, I'll tell you that much, but I guess Jamal Murray gets a Finals MVP. Going into year 7 of the sim, yet again, Giannis gets MVP. It's either Giannis or Luka for like the first 10 years of these sims every time, I feel. Let's see where everybody is and how everybody is doing. No All-NBA first team for us. All-NBA second team, LeBron is on there, and Bronny's on the All-NBA third team. We finished as the number 1 seed with 58 wins in the Eastern Conference. 26.9 points per game for Bronny, actually. So stepping it up scoring, and Bron at 26.1 points per game. Colin Sexton getting close to that 20 points per game mark as well. So that's kind of something I needed to mention, as he's up to a 91. Like I said, he's kind of balling, honestly. Even though he gets a lot of hate in the NBA right now. First round, we got a matchup up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Ben Simmons, Josh Richardson, Joel Embiid. Very, very good team, as they actually end up beating us, surprisingly, 4-2. Big game there. Nothing we could do. Pistons in the finals, actually, already, versus the Pelicans. Surprised to see the Pistons already in the playoffs like this. But it goes to Game 7, and Zion gets his first finals MVP. And that's also a recurring theme of these sims. That man gets so many finals MVPs that it's insane. Year 8 of the sim. What's going on in big year 8? So we got Bron at a 99 overall. Bronny at a 97 overall. Everything's pretty much still the same. Denny getting his first MVP with the Boston Celtics, as he actually leads them to the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And we have the number 3 seed with 53 wins. Looking at the standings, the player stats real quick. 25.4 points per game for LeBron, 23.3 from Bronny. They're both getting it done on both ends of the floor, honestly, so can't really complain. First round matchup up against this Magic team that does still have Markelle Fultz. Aaron Gordon dropping 20, couldn't get it done. LeBron 29 and 10, big game. Second round, we got a matchup up against A Hawks team that I'm surprised still has that same core going, as they actually routed us in 5. John Collins having a huge game. LeBron, huge game. Bronny, very good game, 27 points. But it was not enough to get it done, unfortunately. So the Nuggets are back in the finals, and Cole Anthony and Denny actually end up getting their first chip right there with the Celtics. So year 9, we move into LeBron, 99 overall. You can see all these accolades already, and Bronny, of course. I think somebody's going to end up leaving soon if we don't start winning. Don't know who that is that gets MVP. Can't pronounce that name, and I'm not even going to try to, but okay. 24 points per game on the season for LeBron. 22.1 on the season for Bronny. 17.9 for Colin Sexton. And we actually have Brandon Clark as well right now. Toronto Raptors, they still have Pascal. They still have Bam Adebayo. They have Bol. So that's a pretty solid squad. Bol coming off the bench is an 87 overall. That's a classic as well. Bol being 6th man of the year is a classic. So we end up routing them in 5. 30 piece right there from LeBron. And kind of interested to see if Bol or any of them had a really good game. And they really didn't. So we're moving back into the second round against the team that did knock us out last year, this Hawks team. So hopefully we can change the outcome this year, as somehow we go from getting routed 4-1 to them to actually sweeping them 4-0 in the second round. So that doesn't make too much sense, but we will take it. But now we're up against this Boston Celtics team that is definitely no joke. They do have tacos, though. We end up beating them 4-1, 35 piece right there from LeBron. Little double-double there from Bronny as we go to the finals up against the Phoenix Suns. They have Jalen Green, Jelly Oubre, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker. So very, very talented team they got right here. And we're going to see what we can do. So let's get it. So start simulating. We get up 1-0. They get a game. 2-1, 2-2. It's a close series. They're up 3-2. And we hop into this game right here. It is a 3-point game. We need to win this to take it to game 7. So let's see what we could do. As we get cookied, that is not good. We get cookied and they... Ooh, big block. Oh, and they get a bucket, making it a 5-point game with only 37 seconds left. Not what you like to see. LeBron top of the key, trying to get something going here. We throw up a 3. Bronny drains it from the corner, making it a 3-point game. So they throw up a prayer 3, and we cannot get the board as we have to foul. So that's no good. They're probably going to be up 5 after this with only seconds left. And as you can see, they end up beating us 132-128 in Game 6. So the Phoenix Suns will be your champions. It was unfortunate. Maybe if we didn't get cookied on that one possession, we would have actually won it all. And we even had a big clutch 3, but it is okay. As I'm kind of interested to see who did what this game, in all honesty. So Kelly Oubre, huge game. Bronny, 28. Phoenix Suns obviously are the champions, and I'm assuming Devin Booker gets MVP. Let's check out who actually gets Finals MVP. It is Jalen Green. Okay, Jalen Green, 97 overall. So we're moving into the year 2028, year 10 of this sim, or season 10, whatever you want to consider it. But the situation here is we need to start winning, because I'm sure one of the two is not going to be too happy about this between LeBron or Bronny. And yet again, this guy does get MVP again. Not really sure how to pronounce his name. Not going to try it, but congrats to you on the Thunder. We get the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference this year. We're doing really good in the regular season, but when it comes playoffs, it seems like we're choking. Amazing year there for Bronny with 26.2 points per game. First round matchup up against the Milwaukee Bucks with, of course, no Giannis. And we're up 3-2. It's going to Game 7. And it should be an easy dub right here, but let's just do the simcast real quick and see what ends up happening. So we're flying through this, kind of a little bit back and forth. And wow, we actually end up losing 154-146, a very high-scoring game. Bronny dropping 30 there. And I don't know really how we... Wow, 57 points that man dropped. So that's crazy. Zion, Finals MVP. Like I said, it's a reoccurring thing in these sims. Year 11, Season 11. 97 overall, Bronny still. 99 overall, LeBron still. And we need to turn things around very soon. Looking at the rotations, this is what the rotations are looking like, of course. And this guy gets MVP back-to-back seasons for the Thunder. Okay. Number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, so they stepped up their regular season play. 27 points per game for Bronny with a double-double. And Bron obviously doing his thing as well. First round matchup up against the Nets. They have Nick Claxton, Tyrese Maxey. Very solid team, but wow. They end up actually beating us 4-0. Despite LeBron dropping 29 points and Bronny dropping another 25 points to go along with that. But we still ended up getting swept 4-0. We're just going to move right into year 12. Year 12, I got blue screened with a PlayStation freaking error from 2K. So we only have the playoffs. I can't show you the regular season, but it's whatever. Because this is all that really matters anyway. 26.1 points per game from LeBron. 25.2 points per game for Bronny on the season. Colin Sexton getting very close to that 20 point per game mark. Now at 19.6 points per game. And our first round matchup this year is up against the Boston Celtics, who are not an easy team to take down. Very good team. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Robert Williams, Denny. Like, they just have a very, very, very deep team. A lot of depth. So we're going to Game 7, of course, because why not? And it's always how it works. Game 7, let's see how it ends up coming out. Of course, we're going to hop into Simcast for it so we can kind of see it live, as they have a little bit of a lead to start off. And they keep it throughout the entire game. We did not get the lead like it felt like once. 119 to 110 we lose. They're in the finals right here up against a Lakers team that does have Cade Cunningham and RJ Barrett. So not an easy game for the Celtics squad as well. Let's see how it actually ends up playing out. 2-0. Ooh, I thought they were about to maybe get a sweep, but the Lakers were not playing as they came back from the 2-0 deficit and won 4-2. Cade Cunningham gets Finals MVP. Moving into year 13. Of course, Bron 99, Bronny 97, Colin Sexton at a 90. Let's see who gets it this year, who gets MVP, and yet again, same guy on the Thunder. Jeez. Apparently, he's the GOAT. We missed playoffs this year. That's crazy. Don't know how you miss playoffs with a team with LeBron James and his son, Bronny. I don't know how that's even possible, in all honesty. You would have to be trying to do that. But moving into year 14 of the sim, like I said, one of these guys is definitely on the verge of not wanting to be here anymore. They are both 32 years old now, and we've had some very disappointing seasons for about the last, 8 to 10 years. So not really what you want. And as you can see, Bronny's thing actually says that he has a lot to offer, and he's willing to test the free market in free agency. So, not what you like to see. Of course, LeBron did just sign an extension, but it looks like Bronny might be the one to leave. This guy gets MVP yet again. Yet again. That's like 4 or 5 seasons straight. That's insane. 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. Bron dropping 27.6 points per game, and Bronny 23.1. Doing their thing. Bronny now up to a 98 overall, though. 1 point behind his pops. So these are what the rotations are looking like for the playoffs. We're at a 4.5 star system proficiency. First round of the playoffs up against the Bucks, and their 2 guard right here dropped 57 points to beat us in Game 7 about 2 seasons ago. So let's keep that in mind, as we do take the L to them in the first round, which is ridiculous. We are just getting hoed throughout this entire sim. Finals, you get Washington Wizards right here with Chet up against the Grizzlies, of course, with Ja Morant. See how this plays out real quick. 2-2, 3-2, and it's going to Game 7, and in Game 7, the Wizards step up and Chet gets Finals MVP. Moving in to year 15. In year 15, okay, so LeBron's not here. Zion, Bronny, and Chet are all on the same team. We know Chet was just on the Wizards, so I'm guessing LeBron got traded to the Wizards, and I don't see Colin Sexton anymore. So I'm assuming that that's the trade that just happened. These are what the rotations are looking like, I guess. 97 overall. Now he says that he's willing to come back and re-sign this upcoming season, so that's interesting. Go check the Wizards, see if LeBron is on the Wizards. If so, they'll both be in the Eastern Conference. So LeBron is 99 overall. He has 95 overall Trey and Zaire Williams at a 92. So both of them have good teams, in all honesty now. It's interesting to see if one of the two will do better now that they're not with the other one, as they actually will have a 5-star system proficiency. Check its MVP with the Cavs right here, 26 points per game, 12.6 rebounds as well. Check these All-NBA teams, see how people did. So Chet is on the All-NBA first team, Zion All-NBA second team, and Bron himself is on that All-NBA third team. So the Cleveland Cavaliers are the number 1 seed, better than what they did last year now. Wizards are the number 3 seed and also much better, 5 games plus from what they were last year. The number 2 seed, though, is the Sixers team. They don't really have anybody like too crazy, I feel, right? 88 overall is their highest overall. Oh, no, they have a 94 off the bench. What? That's weird. But looking at the players' stats for this season, Chet, 26 points, of course. Zion. Bronny's dropping 20.6 points per game and 8.4 assists per game. So, interesting. So, I guess it was Chet and Zion for LeBron, Colin Sexton, and maybe something else. That's kind of weird. Definitely going to be interested to see these playoffs, though, if they both match up against each other. Bron, 22.7 points per game. Trae Young, 22 points per game. And Zaire, very close to that 20-point per game mark, but not just there. First round, the Cleveland Cavaliers are up against the Celtics, and we know this team, of course, is very good. And then we got a matchup up against the Hawks for the Wizards. So Chet, 39 and 10, Zion 34. Bronny didn't even have to do too much, but still put up a double-double. And then over here, LeBron dropping 24. His center, 34 and 12. Both teams move out of the first round in year 1, which is definitely nice and refreshing. Bulls match up right here up against the Cavaliers, and they do rout them 4-1. Zion went crazy. Eastern Conference Finals right here up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Hopefully we can rout this team because they did just beat the Wizards and LeBron. They're up 3-2. We're pushing it to Game 7 at least, so let's hop into Simcast and see what will happen in Game 7. So, Game 7 right here. What is going to happen? Boom. Let's hop into it. So, we got a little bit of a lead on the Sixers team, and it looks like we are actually going to move into the finals with 134 points in that game. Wow, Zion put up 41 and 22 rebounds in that game. That is insane. Moving into the finals, we're going to be finding ourselves up against the Suns yet again. Jalen Green, they have an 88 overall point guard. Jalen Green, who's at a 99. Their small forward's a 90. Power forward, they still have DeAndre Ayton as center as well at a 93. So, very good team yet again. Hopefully, it turns out a little bit better for us this time than what happened last time. We find ourselves down 2-1. We get some games. We're up 3-2. Can we knock them out right here and not even worry about it going to 7? As it looks like we will, we are up 139-106, and the clock is running out. Shot clock unplugged. The Cleveland Cavaliers are getting themselves their second NBA championship. Bronny gets himself his second NBA championship. Unfortunately, LeBron's not here this time, and LeBron is not going to be able to add this chip to his resume. But, of course, Bronny, Chet, and Zion as an interesting core. So, we'll see how this actually played out and who actually ends up getting Finals MVP in this one. So, let's check it out. Box score, 38 and 10 right there from Chet, 31 right there from Zion. And it looks like Bronny did not do much. 10 and 11 assists in that. So we will take it. A dubski is a dubski. 24 points there from Jalen Green. And Chet gets Finals MVP. Moving into the year 2034. We're in year 16. And of course, now we have 2 teams to keep an eye on. Both the Cavaliers and the Washington Wizards. So let's see how everything turns out, honestly. So, LeBron James Jr., a.k.a. Bronny, getting MVP for the first time, I believe, right there with 25.7 points per game and a double-double on the season. They have a first-round matchup up against the New York Knicks, and the Wizards are up against the Sixers in the first round. If both teams win this first-round matchup, they will meet each other in the second round. Unfortunately, the Wizards choke that. They do not win it, so we cannot verse them. That would be interesting to have seen, but we get routed right there moving into year 17. We get routed in the second round. Yeah, so this is what everything is looking like. The Wizards squad right here, very similar to what it was. Same with the Cavs squad, pretty much the same. Bronny, back-to-back MVP seasons, 26.2 points per game and 11.3 assists per game. So huge season right there, coming in with the number 1 seed. And the Wizards, of course, do make playoffs as well. They're up against the Sixers again, and we're up against the Knicks again, which is kind of weird and ironic, but okay. So first round, we do make it out. But the Wizards yet again do not, losing that game 101-73, so super low scoring. We got a matchup up against the Raptors in the second round. We knocked them out. Moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals, up against the Sixers team that has been very, very good throughout the playoffs. They don't have too crazy of players, but they're getting it done. We beat them in 7. LeBron James Jr. dropping 42 points right there, moving into the finals. Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. So let's see how it turns out. Up 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Are we going to get a clean sweep? Let's hop into Simcast, as always, and see if we will be getting a clean sweep. We are up by 10 with about 35 seconds left, so it's looking like it's pretty much locked up that we're going to get this. Bronny over to Chet. Chet sells it. But like I said, it'd be real hard to do anything to come back at this point. They brick it, and that seals the deal. Shot clock unplugged, 120-110. Bronny gets yet another NBA championship right there with Chet. And let's see who actually gets Finals MVP this year. It very well could be Bronny, because he stepped his game up a lot these last 3 years since LeBron has been gone. As far as getting MVP, 2 of the 3 seasons since LeBron has been gone. So let's check it all out real quick. So Bronny actually did drop 36 in that game. Who's the Finals MVP? Let's check it out. LeBron James Jr., let's go. Bronny gets his first Finals MVP. You see some guys retired right there like Ben Simmons. So we're starting to get to that point where some of the young guys, like in the current NBA, the upcoming stars, are starting to retire. Bronny's actually starting to regress a little, now at only a 96 overall, down 2 overall points from last year. Starting to build up those accolades like crazy, though. Still have Zion hanging around. He's also regressed down to an 87, but Chet's still at a 97 with Bronny. So we still have chances to win more Finals MVPs, more championships, all that. And I don't know why Bron can't win. It's just, except for that 1 year, it's been cursed. Bronny, once again, regular season MVP. 3 of the last 4 seasons this man has gotten regular season MVP. Wizards do not make the playoffs, and the Cavaliers do. So that's tough. First round matchup up against the New York Knicks with RJ Hampton. So we end up routing them in 7. Bronny dropping 33 and 10. Chet dropping 22 and 13. Second round matchup up against the Boston Celtics, who I don't like ever going up against. They got some dogs, as always, so we'll see what ends up happening, as they actually do beat us in 6. Bronny dropping 32, but we still get dropped off. Celtics versus Mavs finals, so Luka Doncic versus Denny. We'll see what happens here. 3-1, and they actually win in 5. Denny getting a Finals MVP added to his stat sheet. 92 overall now for Bronny, starting to really regress a whole lot. And let's see if LeBron's starting to regress. Still at a 99 overall, actually, at 37 years old. So we'll see. I mean, if he has enough dog to get it done. Anthony Edwards gets MVP. Cavaliers do make playoffs. And the Wizards do, despite actually being below the Celtics on the standings. It's not too often you see that one. And we got a first-round matchup here up against the Bulls. So we'll see what goes on here. Hopefully we can route them real quick and move on and maybe even get another chip. So the Wizards, of course, are up against the number 1 seeded Philadelphia 76ers as well. So they get routed 4-1. And our Cavaliers move on to the second round up against the Magic. And we take a L because a huge point game right there from Lyle Blair with 39. He actually gets Finals MVP on the season, and they sweep them 4-0, so it makes me feel a little bit better. Looking at some of these players that LeBron retired? LeBron retired at a 99 overall. I guess he was tired of that Wizards team. He just could not win. LeBron really retired at a 99 overall. That's insane. Hall of Fame, Luka, LeBron, that guy I can't pronounce, Trae Young, and Brandon Ingram. But Bronny is still hanging in strong at an 89 overall. Year 20 of the sim, so let's see if he can clutch it out and maybe even get another championship. Chet is still here with him at a 97. Chet, boom, MVP of the regular season, 25.9 points per game and 14.1 rebounds per game. Magic right here, first round matchup. Of course, Lyle Blair did go crazy on us last year and get Finals MVP, and we get routed in 7. That's tough. That's tough. But this is probably the end of Bronny's career, in all honesty. Let's check it out. Of course, yep, did retire at an 88 overall alongside guys like John Morant, Colin Sexton, LaMelo Ball, Tyrese Halliburton. So we'll see the Hall of Fame class. You see a lot of good guys there. Jalen Green, Evan Mobley. Definitely interested to see the kind of stats, and I'll just show these at the end here while I'm talking. If you guys made it this far throughout the video, as always, comment GOAT, G-O-A-T, in all capitals, so I know you got this far throughout the video, and you are a true Bean Squad supporter. Let me know who you guys want me to do next down below. It could be a single person, it could be a duo, it could be a trio. Just give me some ideas. I'm always interested to do the ones that you guys have to say. And definitely be sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. And check out some of the playlist of the career sims that I did leave up above in the cards. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe. Peace. I appreciate all of you.